Hello, this is my little veggie plot. As you can see here, I'll try and keep the camera as steady as I can. This is my courgette plants. Now, I only paid for 5, and when I come to plant them there were 7, so I am going to have to eat loads of courgettes. This is a blackcurrant. I want to propagate bits of it and make more of them. This is a red currant. I want to do the same with that. And these are this is a rhubarb plant. He's suffering a little bit because we've had a lot of heat. There's a naughty little pussycat just here. She's always naughty. She's never a nice pussycat. Aren't you? You're always naughty. Yes, you are. You're always a naughty little bugger. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, you little dirtbag. And that's it. So attack my legs now. This is a rhubarb plant, and this is one that are doing a little bit better. The mass of green here is a wild plant called purslane. I've never ever seen it grow so big as it does here. I mean, the stems on this are getting up to 1/4 inch thick. That is chocolate mint. I threw in a Swiss chard plant in there to mourn the loss of a rhubarb plant. This is by far the best rhubarb plant. They will be harvested well next year. This is a globe artichoke. Last year it did nothing. This year it's not going to do much. I'll be surprised if the flower which is there actually makes it, but we'll see. I'm not going to stop it from doing anything. I'm going to leave it there. This is wilderness, which has got to be trashed and turned into the soil. But going over here, we've got a daft cat running around. This is the sunflower row. Now, a lot of people would say, why are you growing sunflowers, Mike? Well, the reason is I intend to grow chickens and have eggs. So therefore, it's going to be a food source for the chickens, hopefully. I'm getting huge beetroots now. I mean, that's too small to pick now, but the beetroot, look at the leaves on that, and I eat the leaves as well. Tin cans on top of stakes to stop me poking my eyes out. Tomato plants in amongst all this lot. The odd weed, like I've seen one here. Give it a little pull. Get attacked by a cat as well. Little tug and they come out. I can't leave them in because they get deep roots very quickly. I'm not worried about the tomatoes and the fact that in the UK you stand them on poles and titivate them and spend lots of time on them. I'm not worried about that. There's some lovely, go down, yeah, there we go, lovely, they're the velvet sunflowers. They are truly gorgeous. I mean, it's just a pleasure to come down here, and every time I'm down here I'm picking weeds and I'm messing about doing stuff, which is good. I mean, look at the size of this little thing. Look at the size of that leaf. There's my hand, and this is one of the smaller plants. Now I have. Let's get him. Oh, a little bee, still out, doing his job, which is great. There's the African marigolds in amongst this lot. I've done my research on this one. This is a very, very well researched mixture of plants, which seems to be working well. In the morning, the other side gets the shade. In the evening, this side gets the shade. and the actual line is lined up north-south, so, and that's magnetic north-south, so it's really good. The tomato plants are doing well. I don't know if I've got a tomato anywhere to show you, but there are tomatoes here. They're just hard to see because they're green like the rest of the stuff here. Everything's green here at the moment. And there we go. Let's go and zoom in on a tomato. There's tomatoes. When they're ripe, they'll be black, these ones. And so it's quite a nice place to come and visit. So I'm down here every day in the morning until it gets too hot. And I've got loads of fruit trees. This is one. It's going to have the top chopped on it soon. And I've got some suckers down the bottom I might remove. There's some more tomatoes and sunflowers and African marigolds. They're doing really well. Look at this one. Fantastic. And potatoes, just for a laugh. This is a plum tree, doing really well. And then I got a load of scabby old cabbages that were dying, and thought, well, I'll give them a chance and throw them in the ground. And believe it or not, scabby old cabbages grow. They have got flea beetle, which is no problem. Just leave it, it'll run its course and it'll die before I need to harvest them. The tomatoes are doing quite well here. Potatoes doing quite well. I've never seen so many potato flowers. They don't come to anything, but yeah, it's one of those things. Maybe I might get a couple of mini tomato-sized seed pods off them, and I'd love to produce some tomato plants from them. Let's have a look in here. Look at the size of that. That's got to be bigger than a cricket ball. Easy. Then my friend Lynn left me some chives, so I planted them out, and they're doing really well, and I eat them as well. More cabbages. They'll get better as we go into winter, and I'll be able to harvest leaves off them. For some reason, I've got 2 peach trees on my property, and both the top stems have died off. Now this one hasn't done it because of the lack of water, because there's plenty of water here, and I haven't actually watered this land at all. It's just natural in the ground, and I'm hoping it'll go on for a long time, but when I need to water, I've got a well I can pump water out of. I think that's mostly weed there, so I'll have to dig them out. I'll pull them out. But this is what I've done so far here, but I shall pause it now